You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCCW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
Hi, welcome to Keeping Up with Conroe, hosted by Visit Conroe. I'm Jody.
I'm Shannon.
And we are here to highlight upcoming events and local businesses in the area. We are here live on the second Tuesday of every month at 11 a.m. And after the show airs, we will post it on podcast, YouTube, social media. So tune in radio regularly to Keeping Up with Conroe.
Got to listen to us to know what's going on.
Yes, you do.
It's a little cold. Your mouth isn't quite working yet.
That's right. That's what we're going to blame it on.
It's a beautiful day, though, isn't it?
It is. It just needs to get about 20 degrees warmer.
No. It feels good. We walked over.
We did do that.
It feels really
Some
good.
of us are crazy.
It feels good. And so much has been going on, and
Yeah.
we've lucked out with the weather here, haven't we?
We really have been blessed. With all the events that we've had the last couple of days.
The tree lighting,
Yes, that was
perfect
fun.
weather.
Yes.
Great event downtown here in Conroe.
A lot of people showed up.
Yeah, I don't know the numbers, like 3,000 people or
Yeah.
something like that. And then
They came to see me.
Yeah, that was it. And then we had a lot of rain.
Yes.
And unfortunately, the parade was
Yeah.
canceled downtown, but Christmas in Conroe still went on and had
Yeah.
a lot of people, and the lighted boat parade, both of which were
Yes.
awesome.
And I saw videos. I wasn't able to make it out to the lake, but I saw videos of the boat parade. Some of my friends went, and that was pretty amazing to see over the water like that.
With the lights.
Yeah.
They didn't do it last year because of Hurricane Harvey,
Yes.
but they started it back up this year again, and
Yes.
hopefully it'll just continue to grow and get even bigger.
I hope so.
It's a pretty awesome event.
Yeah.
Well, we got several things to talk about
Yeah.
today. We have two guests.
We do.
First, Dave Fugeron
Dave.
with Southern Star Brewery. And then a little bit later, we'll have Frank Jackson to
Yeah.
talk about music in Conroe.
Which is my favorite.
Yay. So let's start with Dave. Southern Star, one of my favorites, Bombshell Blonde.
I
has
think
been
we're
a favorite
locals
for a
there, aren't
long
we?
time. We're there a lot.
pretty regular.
Yeah, number two.
Yeah.
It's like Cheers. We have our own booth.
We walk in, they
Still
know
always
what
welcome.
to serve us. Yeah.
Right.
How long has the brewery been open now?
We've been in existence for about 11 years. We've been at the new facility for about 3 years.
Which is an amazing facility.
Yeah.
I was showing Emily the house next to it that y'all own, and y'all have people that stay there sometimes.
Yeah, we just had our Christmas party there. It was
I
fun.
didn't know that. The house that
Uh-huh.
you drive past when you
Yeah,
go
that's
in?
ours
Oh,
as well.
cool. You don't live there, though.
No.
No.
Isn't it when musicians or guests come from out of town, they can stay there?
They do. Folk Family Revival actually lived in the house for about a month and a half and finished writing their latest album that's coming out there. So
Oh,
that was
wow.
pretty cool, too.
Did he
That
get
is pretty
credit?
Cool.
Probably there's something. We took a lot of pictures, and they did it in the front room. So we're probably going to, when we get everything ready, we're going to have the album and then that picture and hang it in that room.
Oh, that's
It'd be pretty
cool.
Well, let us know. We might be able to show up for the CD release party.
Absolutely.
I think we're going to actually have one of them at the brewery. So
That is
that'd be
so
good.
cool.
Awesome.
That'll
Now,
be
tell
neat.
us how I know you're an Aggie.
Boo.
I am.
Yeah.
They're a cult.
We're everywhere.
Everywhere.
But how did you start getting into beer? Was it in College Station while you were in college?
It
What
was,
else can you do in College Station?
Well,
drink.
there's that.
Yeah.
So I did in college. I started homebrewing in college. A friend of mine gave me his homebrew kit, and a homebrew supply store opened up not too terribly far from where I lived too. So it was like a perfect combination. I kind of started discovering beer there, and then discovered that I couldn't afford the beer that I liked. So I just started making it myself. And after about 2 years, I got halfway decent at it.
And then you did something else before you opened Southern Star, right?
I did. I worked at St. Arnold Brewing for 8 years. I started out there in 1997 as an assistant brewer, and I was the head brewer in 2000 to 2007.
So, fun fact, what is your major at Texas A&M?
It is in wildlife fishery sciences,
Not brewing.
not brewing. No, but, unfortunately, A&M doesn't have a brewing degree. They
Right.
should, but they don't. So
They have
somebody start one.
I don't know if they have a vent.
They do, and I think that it's discrimination that they don't have a brewing degree.
Well,
So
that's probably
Just
the
take it up with the
Bonarigo.
president.
I should, yeah. If you're
Yeah.
listening,
Paul Bonarigo, I think, had something to do with getting the wine thing
yeah.
started.
I
So,
don't
what
have-
does one do with the wildlife fisheries degree?
Open a
they brew
brewery.
beer, yeah.
It's like an art history degree.
No, I actually I was invited to go to game warden school the same day that
Wow.
I got invited to start working at St. Arnold. So that was kind of it was an awkward
Beer,
day. I had to figure out what I
fish.
wanted to do. Yeah.
Beer.
Yeah.
Beer wins.
Beer always wins.
Always.
I had to take wildlife fishery classes as rec and parks major. So
Well, I took a lot of rec and parks as
See?
well, so there's some cross pollination there.
Yep.
That's why I get along so well.
Rangeland management as well.
Ranch hand management.
Rangeland management, yeah. And so yeah, it was lots of different courses. My degree is actually in natural resource conservation, but at that point in time, it was a wildlife fishery science option.
That's super cool. I love that every time you say that. I'm like, wildlife fisheries?
yeah.
So, all right. So, where are you distributing at now? All of your beer. Where are you at?
We're all over Texas. We're also in Louisiana and Arkansas and Alabama, and that's predominantly where we're at. Mostly in Texas.
I was at Crystal Beach last summer, and that was my most favorite thing is sitting down at the big restaurant, Stingray in Crystal Beach, and they had a big sign on the table that said now serving, Southern Star. And I was like, woo, woo, I need that. Give me some
Go on
of that.
vacation and get your local beer.
That's right. And you're an NRG.
Yeah, I was going to just say you're at NRG now.
We are. We've got the big tall girls that are at NRG. We just came out with our 19.2 ounce package format for Bombshell Blonde. So that's been doing really well for us.
Which is my favorite.
Speaking of the packaging, I mean, you were the first craft brewery in Texas to can craft beer, correct?
We were. Back then, that wasn't saying a whole lot. We were the 13th craft brewery to open in Texas, or actually to be in operation in Texas at the time. But we were one of the first in the nation. I think I'm not real sure exactly what number we were, but definitely first in Texas. I'm pretty sure first in the South to start canning, and we have really never looked back.
I took a tour the other day with the economic development here of Crown Cork and Seal.
Yeah, that's who makes all of our
I
cans
know.
right down the road,
Yeah.
which is
It
really
is
cool.
amazing, that facility.
Keeping it in
And he talked about the great partnership that the two of y'all have. And of course, there were all the Bombshell Blonde cans sitting there waiting to be filled.
Yeah,
So.
props to Steven. Steven has he does a heck of he's the plant manager over there, and he just does a fantastic job.
Well, there are
Keeps us,
Crown Cork and Seals
supplied.
all over the place, and they all over the world. And they talk about the Conroe way because this location is doing so well.
Yeah,
So-
Because here in Conroe, we like our beer.
yeah.
It's not just beer; it's also
Yes.
Cokes.
It
and-
is Coke.
Yeah. So, okay, let's talk about some of the beers. Bombshell Blonde, I think a lot of people know about, and that's kind of your signature
Yeah, that's our
beer.
signature beer, our flagship. so to speak.
I personally like the Hecho and Conroe. Did I say it right?
Echo and Conroe, yeah.
Hecho and Conroe is really good. It's like a Mexican lager.
Yes.
It is. That will be our summer seasonal this next year, so we're making a lot of it.
Good.
I'm
And
pretty
then
happy
I
about
like
it.
the humidity.
Yep.
It has
It's
a
no
new
longer called the
name.
Humidity. Yeah, it's just called Kolsch. It was a different brewery with that had been federally trademarked, and
Oh, wow.
so
Okay,
it was
then I
funny. We
won't
came
call
out
it
at the same time. That's okay. You can call it that. I can't.
And then Conspiracy Theory and Black Crack.
Mm-hmm.
How do we get these names?
Yeah.
They let me name them, so that's how we get weird names like that. Yeah, Conspiracy Theory is our IPA that we have year round. We're about to release another year round IPA in the spring called Subatomico. So that's just a different style of IPA. The Black Crack is our Buried Hatchet Stout that's been bourbon barrel aged. So we only come out with that once a year. It comes in single 16-ounce can format. So there might still be a little bit out on the shelf. We just released it about 2 weeks ago, but it disappears in a hurry.
So now YOLO was just here a couple weeks ago, about a month ago, and they came and interviewed you, which you did awesome. And what was their favorite? There was one that they liked that was coffee or something.
I don't know what they. Oh, were they drinking the Buried Hatchet? I think they were just drinking Buried
think it
Hatchet.
was
Yeah,
Buried
because Buried
Hatchet.
Hatchet has a lot of coffee flavor
Yeah.
in it. I mean, it doesn't have any coffee in it, but it's got lots of flavors of coffee and some chocolate.
Yeah.
I knew
liked
there
it.
was
Flavor.
yeah, they loved it.
Yeah,
Okay.
they
so-
loved it because it was 9% alcohol. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Just kidding, girls.
No, they
really.
probably agree with you.
Yeah, probably so.
But okay, so you distribute it, but you've got a great tap room too that people can go and. I know that with all the TABC laws that you buy a ticket, you can go over and get a beer with the ticket. Then correct?
Yeah, we could sell. We actually can sell directly now per
Okay.
pint, but we do the ticket system. We found that it really cuts down on traffic at the bar itself. It's nicer to just have a ticket and you go buy the ticket, over. You can keep the tickets and bring them back next time. They don't expire or anything. So
We wouldn't know what
No,
that's
it's-
like,
no,
leaving a
that's-
ticket
I
behind.
don't. No. Well, and the tap room is open how many days a week?
It's open right now in the winter. It's open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. In the summertime, we open it up on Wednesday evenings as well. But the wintertime, we just open it up on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
And you've got kind of an outdoor area if the weather's good to do some
We do some live music out there. We usually have it every Friday night. I think we're going to start slowing down in January and maybe start doing it every other week instead because it's cold outside. Sometimes we have it in the tap room itself for acoustic sets, but sometimes we have big events out. We've got actually a heavy metal festival that's coming up in February. At the end of February, that we have 6 bands playing. They're all local bands, so it's just not really a festival per se. That's what kind of how we're promoting it, but Conroe's never had anything like that, so so we're anxious to do that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Wow.
Fun fact. So after you were one of the people that interviewed me for this job, sitting around the table, and
I hear it was a room full of Aggies.
there were
There
a
was
lot
that,
of us.
yeah.
There was that.
There was a lot of us. And after the job was offered to me, I came down here before I accepted it. My husband and I came down and we ate at Red Brick Tavern. We walked around downtown. My husband's a musician, so he loved the vibe down here. And then we went out to your place. I think it was an event going on. I think it was Oktoberfest. So we went out
That was a
there.
crazy day
It was
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
We had to park across the street.
Oh yeah.
And so we went back there and checked it out. My husband said, "This town has a great vibe. You got to take this job." So,
Conroe is pretty
there I
awesome.
It is
am.
pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. But you have a lot of events out there, and you have ongoing things every night. Don't you have like a trivia night?
We do our
and-
Thursdays is trivia and tacos night. So when a lot of people have Taco Tuesday, we're not open on Tuesday, so we have Taco Thursday.
Oh, the tacos are so good.
Yes, they
yeah,
are.
they are, and they're $1. That's
I know.
great. I mean, the little street tacos are fantastic. So yeah, when the Friday nights we generally have live music. We're going to start doing some experimentation and do, especially with Conroe being designated, what we're going to talk about is music friendly.
Yes.
We're going to try to start doing Saturday night music as well, and try to start, hopefully later on booking bigger bands to come out, more bands on tour. So yeah, and then
Awesome.
sometimes on depending on what time of the year it is, on Sundays sometimes we have farmers markets out there when it's in season. Sometimes we have crawfish when that's going. So
Pet adoptions.
pet
I've seen
adoptions and
that,
stuff. So yeah, just I mean, on our website, you can find all that or follow us on the social medias, and I mean, we're pretty easy to find. Just type in Southern Star Brewing and we pop up. So.
Yes, you do.
I will say the tap room is also kind of family friendly. I mean, I see
That's by
kids there
design
all
for
the
sure. I
time.
mean, there's no reason why a true public house, kind of like what we've got, shouldn't involve the whole family. And so we try to make it family friendly.
You've got games
Yeah,
and picnic tables, and it's just a comfortable
Comfortable.
setting. Yeah, I love it.
And the big windows to see.
And we're way off the
behind it.
street, so there's not a whole lot of traffic, going by. So it's a safe place to come bring your kids out, and we're outside. There's pets. We're pet friendly outside, so we just try to want to be a place that is just chilled out and like I said, family friendly, so where
Yeah.
people can come hang out and have a good time and talk to their neighbors.
Yeah.
Really.
Well,
Just like Cheers, minus the kids.
yeah. Well, let's switch gears a little bit and talk
Yeah.
about your time on the Tourist Advisory Council. In just a couple weeks, on December 30th, you're actually kind of handing the gavel over to Stephen Nailway.
Yeah.
But you've served on this council for a number of years, and you're not going away. You'll be the past chairman and still with us for a couple more years, I think. So why don't you talk about the changes you've seen and some things that you're excited about coming up? I know the music thing is something that's really fun that everyone's latching on to, but what are some of the other things?
I mean, just to be a part of this community has been such a fantastic thing. And, when I was invited to be on the council, it was a great honor for me. And I've learned a lot about what goes on and what it takes to put on these events and everything that's going on. And Conroe's been so proactive, and even more so now, trying to bring big events and have things for people to do. We've always had, well, not always, but we've had the Catfish Festival is just like the big one that has that. But we've seen other things kind of spring up and take root, and I'm really excited that we're having more and more things. Shannon, you've been bringing a whole lot of new things to the table, and I'm really excited about what you're bringing to the table and some of the things that we've been talking about. So. It's been great. It's been an honor to serve. I've chaired for the last several years, and I think Steven's going to do, a fantastic job.
Just don't tell him that to his face.
Well, I'll
I'm playing.
keep
I'm
an eye on him
playing.
from sitting over there. But no, it's been great. I got to meet a lot of people and just be embraced by the community, and just to, for your predecessor Hutch to have the foresight to say, hey, you guys are going to bring people out to the community as well,
Mhm.
and include somebody in our industry. And now you've kind of embraced like a lot of people in our industry, which is it's a big draw.
Well, I mean, culinary tourism is certainly one of the pillars that we market
Yeah.
for Conroe, and I mean, you typically would think of culinary as just restaurants, but it's not.
It's not.
also
Oh
we've
yeah,
got
it's beer and wine and spirits and
3 breweries,
yeah.
1 winery, and a
Distillery.
whiskey distillery
Yeah.
now.
Yep.
And then we're working on going out and checking out another brewery because we kind of embraced Montgomery as part of Conroe.
Mhm.
And so Cyclers.
Yeah, Cyclers is out in
Yep.
Montgomery.
So we're trying to connect. I think maybe this afternoon we'll be driving out there to check them
good.
out and meet with them, because I mean, anything that we could kind of put a bunch of things together gives people a reason to come up. One thing that I wanted to mention, we do market with Houston as part of Houston and Beyond.
Yes.
And one thing, in fact, they praised us for it, that we were one of the first ones
Yep.
to put together a marketplace program. And they've got their own Houston Brew Pass, but now we're part of that Brew Pass.
That's cool.
And anything that we can do to pull people up here. And I mean, if they drink beer, they probably need to spend the
Yes,
night and do
they
some
do.
other things.
Yeah,
So,
Better
eat
be
dinner
safe.
and spend the
Yeah.
night, wake up in the morning, enjoy our fine establishments for lunch, for breakfast and brunch
Exactly.
and lunch. Yeah.
I agree.
So we're having a lot of fun. And I know your website has a lot of information, but
Yeah.
so does your Facebook page. Whoever handles your social media, we've told you this before.
Yep.
We love your social
Yeah,
media
that's Keith.
presence.
He stays on top of a lot of things. He's kind of
does
a
a
tap room
great-
manager.
He does a great
marketing
great
extraordinaire.
job. So, and you can find all of the events. They're posted very quickly and updated and on your Facebook page. So be sure.
Yeah,
to
and
follow.
you can instant message us on Facebook, and somebody's going to get back with you. And,
Very
I mean, you look at our
quickly.
response time; it's like generally like 10 minutes. It's pretty.
That's
crazy.
amazing.
He doesn't do anything else. No,
No.
I'm just kidding.
But, my daughter,
Actually works a whole nother full-time job. I don't know when he sleeps.
my daughter, I handle the social media at our office. And so my 16-year-old is notorious for, my mom just plays on social media. And she will tell people that. And you just get on social media. She's posted something else. So that's what Keith does. He just plays on social media.
He does a great job. He does a great job. Anything else you want to share with
Yeah.
us before we let you get out of here and get back to work?
Other than we're coming out with with new stuff and all
Yeah.
the time, and we've always got a lot going on at the tap room. So come
Yeah.
and see us. And I said, look on our social media page, and there's something for everybody up there. So yeah, just come up and see us. Turn down the very long driveway. We're a long way away from the street, so
It makes it. I mean, you feel like you're not in the middle of town. So
No,
Yeah.
I mean,
really
you
nice.
drive down the big concrete road through the trees, and you wonder where are we going, and then it opens up, and then there we are. So
And
But
it-
if you come out, you might find Shannon and I there.
We're there a
We
lot.
get-
We are there a lot.
might
There's
find
a
me there
lot of
too, so.
events there.
There are a lot of events. We must promote them.
But it is also a great place. I just
it
want to reiterate that it's always a great place to take friends
Yes.
and family. If you've got friends and family in over the holidays, are you closing any extra? I guess Christmas is on.
yeah, it's kind of Christmas and New Year's kind of fall on wonky. I mean, on
so it's not going to.
yeah, so it's not really going to affect us this year at all. We do have a lot of events coming up, and we've got these are all in the spring, but they always come up pretty rapidly. We've got a barbecue cook-off, the car show, we got an 11th anniversary party, so we've got a lot of stuff coming up, and we're going to be real busy. I imagine starting about late February. So right now is a great time to come out and just kind of experience calm, because in the springtime sometimes it's good.
It's a little crazy.
Little
It's a little
crazier.
crazy.
Hard
Yeah.
So
to
you're
park.
having a barbecue cook-off. Do you judge us? Shannon and I like to judge.
Actually, yeah, well, definitely. So yeah, we'll talk
Mark
about
the
that.
calendar.
Right?
I've done it before, and it's like, wow, that's a lot of barbecue.
I was once a taco judge. That is my claim to fame.
That sounds
and
awesome.
It was pretty
I'm
amazing.
an official taco judge all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming
Thanks
in
for
and
having me on.
visiting.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll see you out there soon.
Yep.
Jody will at least. So
Yeah, right. I don't go alone.
we're going to take a quick
Yeah.
break, but stay tuned. And up next, we'll be visiting with Frank Jackson. You're listening to Keeping Up with Conroe, hosted by Visit Conroe.
Lone Star Boxer Rescue is a nonprofit organization serving Montgomery County and surrounding areas. dedicated to the health and well-being of the boxer breed. Lone Star Boxer Rescue is run and managed 100% by volunteers since 1999. Our main objective is to rescue, rehabilitate, and rehome boxers that come to us from many sources, including local animal shelters, owner surrenders, and strays. For more information about Lone Star Boxer Rescue, visit our website at lsbr.org.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show with monthly and weekly slots available in Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
Want to check out the fastest growing sport in the world? It's right here in Conroe, Texas, and it's roller derby. Conroe Roller Derby is a nonprofit recreational league of women and men who want you to come and check out the fast-paced, hard-hitting game of roller derby. The Conroe Cutthroats practice at Rainbow Roller Rink on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. You can find our game schedule and more information on our website, www.conroerollerderby.com.
For those of you who like your partners, your gumbo, and your music salty, well, we're here to help with the music. Julian Shea here, host of Lone Star Country Nights Thursday, your weekly dose of roots and Americana and all the music that makes this part of the country special. We stir in Western swing, honky-tonk, Zydeco, Texas blues, outlaw country, and put a pinch of red dirt, and then we smoke it over a slow fire. Then listen to the results Thursday nights on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
And we're back. You're listening to Keeping Up with Conroe. I'm your host, Shannon.
And I'm Jody.
And we're with Visit Conroe. We had a great time with Dave, and our
Yes.
next guest is Frank Jackson.
The first segment was about beer. The next one is
About music. I
My
mean,
two favorites.
Perfect.
I planned it that way.
Yeah. Frank Jackson's here to talk about the new designation that the city of Conroe is getting next week. So why don't we just start out and you tell us a little bit about what you do for your paying job?
Your real job.
Smith Music Group. Smith Music, we do a lot of live records in Fort Worth at Billy Bob's. The Live at Billy Bob's series of records we've recorded. There's probably like 65 albums now and 15 DVD or movies or, full concerts.
Mm-hmm.
And so we started 20 years ago in 1998. We wanted to test the recording gear. So we got this guy named Pat Green to record because we wanted to test the equipment before we recorded Merle Haggard on that New Year's Eve. And so that's kind of how everything worked out. And 20 years later, that Pat Green Live at Billy Bob's was one of his biggest selling records and, his only live record. Well, no, he had one before that he did on his own called Here We Go. But it's done really well over the years, and we've had a chance to record, some of the greats, Willie Nelson and John Conley, Gary Stewart's last record he ever made before he passed away. He did at Billy Bob's. So it's been great to have that whole line of experience and artists and recording them and making those records and stuff like Oklahoma Breakdown, Stoney LaRue song that just...
I love me some Stoney LaRue.
it's still one of the most popular songs out there in the scene. So it all started from all that. So we do distribution. In addition to the live records, we distribute. There's probably about 300 or 400 albums that we distribute digitally and physically out in the world of the Texas artists and up-and-comers and legendary country people and rappers and gospels, all kinds of stuff now.
So you and I met almost exactly 1 year ago.
Correct.
In December, you came to talk to me about music.
Mm-hmm. It was the Christmas parade last year. I was on the parade float with the Honorable Reverend Sleepy Ray, Raymond McDonald, and we were playing.
I call him Councilman.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, also known as Councilman.
Councilman McDonald.
Councilman McDonald. But I saw Mayor Toby Powell, and I asked him, I was telling him kind of what the Texas music, I'd like to get Conroe as a designated music-friendly community under the Texas Music Office, under the governor. And he goes, "Oh, go see Shannon. And we just hired her. She'll talk to you. Just go see her." And so I called you, and you said you were gracious in welcoming me, and here we are today, a year later, a day before the year that we met.
December 19th, we met. We
Yeah.
looked it
Wow,
up the other
yeah.
day when we were talking.
Yeah.
Looked it up, and and the designation will be. We took a little bit of a hiatus. It did not take us necessarily a full year. We have worked pretty hard,
Yeah.
but it did not take us a full year to get this designation. We took a little bit of a hiatus. The music office was focusing on South by Southwest. You were a little bit busy helping with Sleepy Ray or Councilman
Councilman
McDonald's
McDonald.
campaign.
Yep.
And then we kind of picked it back up, and we were able to get it done before the end of the year, which was our goal.
Yeah,
So
great.
we're really excited about that. I'm moving around on
I
your
know.
little agenda
It's
here.
okay.
Sorry about that. I'm
It's
really
fluid.
it is. I'm very excited about this designation. I think it's something that this community ought to be pretty proud of. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what it means for Conroe to get this? We will be one of 7, correct?
Yeah, 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Now, Stephenville, I think, is it now?
Lindale, Fort
Yeah.
Worth was first,
Yeah,
correct?
Austin.
they're doing a great job.
Austin.
Or
We are the
Austin
first
would-
in the Houston area.
Correct.
So
Denton.
yeah. So we're, I think 7 or 8. And it is through the office of the governor. There is a Texas music office. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what it means?
Yeah, but basically the designation of the friendly thing will kind of organize and help artists, musicians, songwriters, tech people, producers,
Stage
booking
and
agents,
sound.
everybody.
Mhm.
Basically, I say if you can rap on a mic or rap a guitar chord, basically you need to be involved in this, and it's basically going to be a voice for those people in the city to help people maybe struggling to try to create events and wondering how that process works, or running into walls with permitting and just ordinances that are getting in the way. We hope to improve that. And really just kind of be their voice and give them a forum, and then also actively help create new venues and get people in here, that'll more recording studios and things like that, where it'll be a thriving community for music. So we hope to start that.
Yep. So we went through the application process. We hosted a town hall meeting. The city, the mayor and the city council designated Visit Conroe as the point of contact
Yes.
between the city and the Texas Music Office in Austin. We have to keep a database updated. So if anyone's listening and feels that they're involved in music in any of these fashions that Frank mentioned, reach out to us, because we're building that database to upload it probably in January to the state. And then the Tourist Advisory Council created I speak in acronyms,
Right.
so CMAC, the Conroe Music Advisory
Yes.
Council. And they just appointed last week those 9 members that will serve on that council.
9 music venue or related.
They're all related or
Yep.
have an interest in
Yes.
music, correct? And you were appointed as the chair
Yeah.
of that committee. So I know we haven't even had your first meeting yet, but I know that you've already got some kind of ideas of how you want to, because it's kind of individualized. There's no cookie cutter of how our community, now that we've got this designation, how we need to operate. As you mentioned, it's giving a voice to the nonprofits, to the
Yep.
musicians, to the people in the community. And you mentioned permitting. I've already jotted that down for an agenda item for your first meeting in January. And that certainly could be something that this committee could help streamline that permitting process, whether it's an outdoor festival in downtown, or if Dave Fugeron wanted to do something permanently at his place, helping that permitting process. What other ideas do you have that are coming up?
Well, just really trying to maybe take the existing events that are going on and see how we can help them, make it
them
better, bigger. I would like to try to help bring some other flavors of music to town, some kind of Tejano Fest, a popular artists like that, I think would be a whole new business for us that we've never had, because traditionally it's always just been country and rock and Texas music kind of stuff for the most part. So I think growing a little bit there and finding some things. I would also like to even branch out and try to get some comedy stuff going, some sort of.
I love comedians.
Well, it all
word.
kind of runs together,
Yes,
and
it's
I
entertainment.
think that would be good. I would like to try to get some of the schools involved to get the children more involved in the music. It seems like now everybody wants to be a rock star and every girl has a guitar, and everybody's learning. So there's a great opportunity. Hopefully we can find someone that might want to bring a school of rock or something like that to Conroe. I think
That's pretty cool.
there's one in Magnolia, but I think that's so popular that I think it could probably be supported here as well. Things like that I think would be helpful.
And the downtown development plan that the city of Conroe has paid for and just released not too long ago, kind of the next phase of how do we continue to grow downtown and develop downtown. They have different regions or different pockets of development, and one of them is a music incubator kind of a pocket. And so where there may be to help get some startup businesses for some of these auxiliary music-related businesses.
Rehearsal
So,
studios,
yep.
things like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's exciting, that plan.
Yeah. And then you and I have had some conversations with some lobbyists on some legislation that could affect some of the music venues in our community, affect in a positive way some of the music venues in our community. So we'll be watching the legislation. I think some of the other stuff, funding, whether it's sponsorships, corporate sponsorships, or grants, looking at working that. But I know that you'll probably be creating some opportunities for some networking with, the musicians and the venues and the people that can help in all the regards, creating some of these networking events to keep that synergy going and grow new festivals and new events and new venues. So it's kind of exciting.
That's kind of the plan. Hopefully people will participate in the process, because it just does on the board members and the people in the room. I mean, it takes everybody. And we need everybody's voice to participate and to grow it. And I think we have the support of the city officials and stuff that really are behind us. We just have to get the community to support us in the venues, so people will actually come out to support the music that is there. Because if they don't come out, it's not going to stay around.
Well, and I was at a board meeting last night, and we kind of started briefly talking about this, and you were congratulated for your efforts. So you should be really proud of yourself.
People are talking.
They are.
And I think it's starting.
Your name's in their mouth.
Some wheels are starting to spin for people to say, oh, now maybe I can start doing this. So once we get our feet on the ground as a committee and y'all start kind of meeting and setting kind of your goals for the year, after this first January meeting, we'll probably have some open forums where people in the community can come and share some ideas and ask questions and find out how to get involved, because it's not, like you said, just these 9 people. They're just kind of the catalysts and the voice.
Yeah, without
for
the other,
everybody
it doesn't
else.
matter what we do.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, I want to talk about the party. I mean, this is all fun and good.
Yeah.
That work is going to come after the new year, but we've got a celebration
That's
coming
right.
up
Got a big party.
next Tuesday.
Yeah, the 18th at the Pacific Yard House from 5 to 7 will be our official certification of a music-friendly community. Brendan Anthony with the Texas Music Office underneath the governor will be here to certify us officially. Mayor Powell will be there with
He'll
a
read a
proclamation.
proclamation.
Yeah, so we'll have, it's going to be big time. Got a couple great Conroe songwriter artists that are going to play. Kenna Danielle, she's down from Oak Ridge area, and she's in college right now up in Lubbock area, but she'll be here playing acoustically at 5. And then later that afternoon, Jason Allen, who's also a good country guy that's been around a while, and him and I actually grew up in the same neighborhood in Sleepy Hollow down in Oak Canyon a long time ago. Didn't know it because I was a little older than him. Until he started becoming an artist. And I was like, oh, really? Wow, I was down the street, just a little ahead of him. So he'll be here, and who knows, it might turn into, a jam thing afterwards, but looking to have a good time and definitely hoping everyone will come and participate and be a part of it. There's no
it's open to
cover
the
or
public.
anything. It's free. Just got to show up and be a part of the process, and hopefully we know about you so we can invite you to future meetings and things like that.
Yeah, and we'll have free appetizers, and there'll be drink and dinner specials. So come out, bring your friends and family.
It's going to be at Pacific Yard House.
5 to 7.
5 to 7 next Tuesday, December 18th.
Everyone's
It's a
invited.
big old party.
It is. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we will be posting more information
Yes.
about this. Obviously, is posted on our website and our Facebook page, but we'll be sharing more music related information as we go along. So be sure and follow us on all of that. So
And who doesn't love Texas country? I
I know,
mean,
right?
this is Conroe.
I don't dislike country. I just prefer
wasn't-
rock. I'm married to a rock and roll
I wasn't calling you
musician.
out.
She likes like Warrant and the 80s bands.
Hair bands.
Hair bands.
bands,
You see her with the big hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I am a product
and-
of the 80s. So
Uh-huh. You are a musician yourself, correct?
Correct, yeah.
That's why this is one of the reasons this is so important to you.
Yeah, it was always been a lifelong passion to play. I thought I was going to be a rock star, but then
With the hair
I
band?
became a father a couple different times. So,
real life
and,
sets in.
to slam the door on that deal.
Right?
Yeah. But I've been blessed. I wouldn't change a thing because I got the best of both worlds now. I get to have fun and do that, plus help people and help new artists
Yeah.
and older ones that people kind of forget about. I love being involved with all kinds of different artists in that respect, so it's great.
And you believe heavily in the downtown development. In fact,
Oh,
you have
yeah.
purchased some land
I did last year. My wife and I we bought some land in downtown, and we're looking to develop a food truck park.
with live music.
Yeah, we'll have a
nonetheless.
permanent stage
Yes.
in there. It'll be an area with some artificial grass and some crushed granite kind of stuff.
I
Nice,
love
comfortable, family
food
friendly.
Awesome. Yeah.
I love food trucks.
The lot that we have is really shaded, so there's a lot of natural shade and beauty, and you can look up and look at the Conroe Tower from there. So it's going to be a great little hang spot. We're hoping to have that up and running sometime at the end of the year next year.
Good.
You
We're excited.
Yeah, we just need some money to get going, and
Right.
got a few
And
things,
it's-
obstacles to overcome, engineering wise and stuff. So
Yep.
And it'll be located just over there by the Sonic and the
Mm-hmm.
window shop. So it's really going to be conveniently located to 75.
yeah,
I'm
it'll
pretty
be
sure.
really close, and it's really close to the Spirit of Texas Bank. When that venue is built, it'll be a great
Yeah,
place
that
to
theater.
come before the show to hang out and
Yeah.
get some drinks and food. And different variety. We'll have 4 permanent food trucks there, and then a couple floaters whenever the business gets built.
Those food truck parks are so popular.
It's just a great variety. I mean, it's like going to
Yeah.
one spot, and you don't like steak, you can get tacos. If you don't like tacos, you can get some Asian food, cuisine or something. It'd be
We
good.
had grilled cheeses one time that were
Oh yeah.
crazy
From a food truck.
awesome. Yeah,
Oh,
they
they
were
were so good.
They were
Yeah,
so
they're
good.
dangerous is what those are.
They are.
They were so good.
Too many calories to count. But
Well, we're excited to hear more about
Yes.
that as you.
Yeah,
get
it'll be
that
going.
going.
It'll be the table at Madeley will be our spot there, and it's on Madeley Street. So we'll see.
I like it.
We'll get it all together. And,
I can't
Wow.
wait for it to come.
Little
We'll be
bit.
their grand opening.
yeah,
don't worry.
for sure. We're gonna have to cut the ribbon and do the whole deal.
You
But I
have-
don't want to do it.
Do you have
Right.
anything else going on that you want to share?
That's about it. We do have a Councilman McDonald, the Honorable Reverend Sleepy Ray. He's playing down in the Woodlands at the Holly Jolly Food Truck Fest.
Oh yeah, that's
little,
coming up this weekend.
Yeah,
And it's free.
Saturday. Yep.
They are opening the doors and saying Merry Christmas.
They're
It's
not-
a free event without tickets.
Well, we
All
had
day.
tickets.
Yes.
So I didn't know that they had.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
going to
that's
be a great
awesome.
little thing, and he goes on at 5:30. So that'll be fun to
That
play
will be
that deal
fun.
because we didn't get
Yeah.
to play for the parade Saturday because it got canceled because of the weather.
Yeah.
But looks like it's gonna be a beautiful day on Saturday.
Those guys know how to put on a good party.
Oh yeah, Inspire Productions, they do a great job, and so we're looking forward to it and having a good time down there. So
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Great. Well, stick around. We're going to cover a couple more things that are coming up. You mentioned the thing down in the Woodlands. There's other Christmas events,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, we have tons going on. Conroe Art League is doing a Christmas is for Giving show.
I want to go by there on
I
my
know,
way
we
to
need
the office.
to.
They have you ever looked at the prices? They're
They're
so affordable. Have you been?
unbelievable.
Oh my gosh. I still have some Christmas presents to buy. So I'm going to stick my head in there. They sell their artwork, so painted artwork, there's jewelry,
Yep.
there's some glass, there's a bunch of different things in there. It is so affordable.
Created by local artists.
Yeah, local artists. But this year or this month only through the 31st, buy any piece of art there from one of their local talented artists, and 20% of all sales go to local charities. So, you
Amazing way to give
you
back.
can give back while you're buying Christmas presents.
Yeah. And do one-stop shop. Get something for your mom, for your sister.
My mother-in-law. I still gotta get my
Mother-in-law.
mother-in-law
You better get on
something.
that.
I'm on it. And then
You know, Christmas is in less than 2 weeks.
stop telling me that. And then Crichton and Owen both
Yes.
have things going on.
I need to go by and see it. The Little Miss Christmas pageant.
Okay, I've never seen that.
I've seen it before, but it was decades ago.
Okay, have you seen Seussical though? That's
I
what Owen is doing.
Have not.
It's hilarious.
Yes.
Adults love it. It is so good.
Well, and
it's good
Stacy-
for kids, but then
Yeah.
adults enjoy it too.
Stacy was born on Dr. Seuss's birthday, so we might have to make
Oh,
a trip.
You need to go to that.
Always been her
Seussical
thing.
is great, and both of those have shows the 14th and the
The
15th.
15th.
So you could go to one on the 14th and one on the
Yes.
15th. Okay,
Yes.
there you put something on this
Yes.
list, and have you ever heard? Let me ask you, because I've never heard of this. Bad Bob's Christmas on the Lawn.
Never.
It sounds
Oh my
really
gosh.
Sounds
fun.
fun.
Tell us
Okay.
about it.
So, as the local Conroean here, so it's in Tanglewood. You know the neighborhood right here on downtown, and north of downtown. And so he's the Conroe High School band teacher, or choir teacher, but he's one of the music teachers at Conroe. And he brings his students to his front yard, and he has his whole house is decorated in lights and Christmas decorations. And
Like
then,
the Griswolds.
yes, except maybe a little bit better. And maybe professionally put on. But then he has his students perform right there in the front yard Christmas music. It's amazing.
That's awesome.
And he's been doing this for years.
What a great thing.
And it started out as like, just fun and, if you happen to be passing by. But now it's grown into this thing where he advertises it and puts on timed shows.
I
And
love
so-
it. So it's Bad Bob's Christmas on the Lawn.
Yeah.
It's in
Bob's the teacher.
Tanglewood.
Yes.
The address is 103 South Delmont.
Delmont Street, yes.
And I don't know the times, but it's December the 15th.
Yes.
And
It's on our website.
we probably have times
It's
on the website.
all on our website, yeah. And so it's on the northern part of Tanglewood, located closer to the gym and the Baskin's store. Yeah, so it's behind this, but yeah, it's pretty cool. If you haven't seen it, it's kind of like Bethlehem City the last couple weeks. If you've never done that, that is something you must put on your to-do list. This is that.
Jody said that it gets pretty crowded.
It
so you
does.
may want to get there early.
Yeah, because you might have to park and walk.
So,
yeah,
So
just prepare.
check that out. We mentioned already the Texas Music Friendly. That's
Yay.
next Tuesday.
Jason Allen, I'm excited.
5 to
And
7
Hannah
and
Daniel.
maybe even later.
Little party with food specials and drink specials. Teak is hooking us up with some happy hour
They
specials.
take care of us over
Yes,
there.
so they are going to make sure we have a great time. And
I only
it'll be
placed
fun.
one order, one requirement on the food. Have you had their pork rinds?
Yeah, they're
Oh
dangerous.
my gosh,
They are
so good.
so dangerous.
So
They're very
Jody has
dangerous.
ordered plenty of pork rinds
Yes.
for appetizers for all
We're
of us.
excited.
So come
Yeah.
try them.
Yes.
What is this firefighter and
Okay.
law enforcement?
So this was just brought to me this last week. I left my job. I got to find out all the cool ideas and cool things going on here in Conroe. But the Houston Karting Complex, that's here in Conroe on the South Loop on December 20th at 6:30. They are going to do Who's the Fastest Responder? And it's a friendly competition between law enforcement and the firefighters. So you get to go, it's...
That's a Thursday.
Yes. And so come support your, local first responders, cheer them on, and maybe, put some dibs on who's going to win. And, that it's right here in Conroe,
I think we should go check that out.
right? And it starts at 6:30, and the races begin at, get there at 6:30, sign up, do what you need to do. And then all the racing begins at 7:15. I just think it sounds so much
like fun,
fun.
yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
have to check that out.
You
And
know.
then, can you believe New Year's will be here before
Oh
you
my
know it?
gosh.
And there's always a great party out at La Toretta.
Yes. They blow it up.
Make reservations. The food's awesome. They'll have tons of fun.
Live music. They'll have gambling little casino set up. You can get chips with your registration.
They
Stay the
sell all
night.
kinds of packages, so check that
Yeah.
out. And then we're into 2019.
Are they having fireworks?
I don't know that.
Yeah, good question.
That is a good question.
We like it when they have fireworks. 'cause
We'll
we're
find
on the
that
lake,
out
we get
and
to
then
watch.
we will
Yeah.
let you know.
Yeah.
We'll
I
put
love
that on
fireworks.
we'll put that on our Facebook page if anyone else has
Yeah.
that same question. And then 2019's here before you
Oh my
know
gosh.
it, and we're running Fast and Furious Houston Money Show, the Montgomery County Fair, the Rodeo Parade,
I know it.
Arbor Day for Conroe.
Yes.
We'll have a whole bunch of great things going on.
Rodeo parade, right?
The
Yep.
Rodeo
In
Parade.
February.
Yep.
So be sure, and I think that's the 16th, right, of February. It's also
Saturday.
Arbor Day is the same day.
Yes.
So you can get trees that same day. But it's check our calendar on our website.
Yes.
That's where everything is. And if anyone has information they want to post on our website, it is free to do so. And you too could be on our radio show.
That's right.
Talk about what's going on and what's coming up. So, anything else, Jody?
I think that's about it. I think that's about enough, isn't it?
That's a lot.
Conroe's only so big.
I know.
I mean,
Crazy fun. Anything else, Frank, you want to share other than come out on the
just
18th?
Merry Christmas to everyone and
Merry
safe,
Christmas.
happy holidays.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Looking
to
forward
you.
to next year for Conroe.
I'm going to have a
It's gonna
great
be a great
Christmas.
year.
I'm not even going to be in the country.
Oh, really?
It's going to be a great Christmas and a good year.
Yes, it will be.
Yes, it will.
Well, thanks so much. Want to know more about what's going on in Conroe? Looking for hidden treasures? The goal of Keeping Up with Conroe is to promote all that Conroe has to offer for residents and visitors. Tune in monthly. We're here live the second Tuesday of every month at 11 o'clock. Check us out on podcast, YouTube, social media, etc., and go to visitconroe.com.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
y'all.
Christmas.